Welcome to the Mot Krid Show.
Welcome to the Mot Krid Show. I'm your host, Thomas Gallmeyer. I've been struggling with my hair for the past few months. It's been growing out, it's been wild and crazy, and I've decided to take matters into my own hands, go to my good friend Jason Lowe, and get a new haircut.
There's no mistake in the trouble I'm in. I've had my eye on you. Oh yeah, you know it's true. I've kept my silence, but please understand. It's all so new to me. Forgive my tendencies. If you're a dream, I don't wanna wake up. Go on and
Back from Beverly Hills.
you right next to me. Feels like I'm taking the right medicine. Fever like 102. I'm burning up for you.
So a few months ago, I was driving down the road and I saw this commotion, and there was a family standing there, a father with his 3 sons. There was this little thing in the middle of the road, and I pulled over. I parked the car in the middle of the road to block traffic. I got out of the car and walked over, and it was a baby opossum, injured, lying in the middle of the street. I asked the guy to help me and possibly get a box. It was one of those wonderful teaching moments where a father could have taught his children about compassion, about love, about doing the right thing. And instead, in front of his children, he told me he couldn't help because it was some kind of religious holiday, and his God forbade him to work or lift a finger. Complete and utter bullshit. I felt so bad for the children that are being taught to be ignorant, to not have any compassion, and to really do the wrong thing, to let a beautiful animal just lie in the center of the street and get killed or die. Finally, I convinced him to give me a box. He kicked the box out through his gate, and we rescued the possum. Max was with us, and we took it to this wonderful place. It's called the California Wildlife Center. They took in our baby opossum. We called her Little Maggie once we found out it was a girl. They took her in for a week. She was given all the necessary medical treatment. They found out it was a neurological disorder. They had her on medication for a week, trying to fix it, trying to balance her out. We checked in every couple of days. We made a donation, so all her medical costs, all her veterinary expenses were taken care of. And then we checked in a week later for the final time, and we got the sad news that she did pass on. She didn't make it, but it was an amazing experience, and I would always do it again. Find out about your local animal rescue and donate and volunteer time, and always have an open heart for nature, animals, be compassionate. Today we're going to Cafe Brasil for breakfast, so come along and let's go! One issue that's always very close to my heart is health insurance and health care. In my family, we've had a lot of tragedy with cancer, so especially health insurance for long care treatment is important. If you're uninsured, it's almost impossible to afford it, and it can bankrupt you, especially here in America. So the ACA enrollment, the Affordable Care Act enrollment period, is active right now. Check with your state. We will post information for California, and you can go to the website and enroll or re-enroll or find out what you have to do to currently stay within your existing health plan. So don't forget, enroll and stay healthy. Now, in 2 days, there are some local elections coming up, so make sure in the states that you have elections, you go out and vote. It's very important. It's one of the most impacting tools that we're giving as citizens to have a voice in this democracy and participate in government. So go out and vote. Unfortunately, this week we had another 2 incidences, one in New York and one in Texas. It's just absolutely heartbreaking that we always have to, here in America, hear about these violent acts of insanity. Our thoughts and hearts go out to the victims in Manhattan and of course in Texas in that church shooting. Take care of one another. Peace and love. I'm just always surprised that as a people, and you may call me childish and this statement simplistic, but I always wonder what it is that makes us as people incapable of living together in peace. And so this week's Top 10 starts off with one of my favorite artists and songwriters with this beautiful song, Imagine, that deals with exactly this topic. I'm here with Max again, and he will help me tell you about this week's Top 10. We're starting off with John Lennon's Imagine, and this is more important to me than ever. The lyrics are so meaningful, especially these days. Very profound lyric. It's one of my all-time favorite songs and one of my all-time favorite artists. John inspired me when I was a kid. Just the lyric line, imagine all the people living life in peace. So there's too much noise, dogs are barking, and it's getting cold, so we're moving this inside. So follow me. So we're back in the studio. Outside was madness. All the neighbors' dogs started barking, 3 or 4 of them. It was driving me mad. He was uncomfortable, so we came in here for the peace and quiet of the studio. Phantom is next in the lineup with their song Just a Feeling, picking up the groove, leading us into Farius's Drifter. Farius is an up-and-coming trance artist. This week we released a video for my song The New World, produced by Misha Kussman, starring Aqua Lilies. Now, a song that always puts a smile on my face is Earth, Wind & Fire's Fall in Love with Me, perfectly segueing into the Contreras and Night Shift. Ain't Nobody by Chaka Khan and Rufus is next. In my opinion, it has one of the best drum grooves in the world. J.R. Robinson on drums, I'm a drummer by trade. Love that groove. When I grew up, we went out to the discos and danced our asses off. Great memories coming back there as well. Life on the Dance Floor by Seal is a track from one of his more recent albums. And finally, we're closing the set with Jason Derulo's The Other Side. Unbelievable what I'm doing. Such a mess. So thanks for joining us again. Don't forget to go to mixcloud.com/Mot Krid and listen to our weekly top 10, Mot and Krid's weekly top 10. Subscribe, keep on listening, turn up the volume, and have fun.